Welcome to Parashat Shemini. In this week's parasha, we're introduced to the wonderful world of kosher, the dietary laws, and with great detail, the Torah tells us which animals, which birds, which fish are allowed to be eaten. And it permits and it prohibits land animals categorically based on specific anatomical features. If you have an animal that chews a cud, if you have an animal that also has split hooves, those two signs make that animal permissible for kosher consumption. But without those characteristics, the animal is not kosher. Rabbi Larry Rothwach, in one of his books, points out that it's quite strange to discover that our rabbis refer to a unique and exemplary person as being an Adam Kasher, a kosher Jew. And the Talmud uses this to refer to someone who has a great character. It seems like an accolade that's out of place. It's a bit bizarre. Kosher is a term to describe an animal that you can eat, or food that is permitted. So why do our rabbis use that very same word to describe a great person? That great person is not going to be eaten. Why is he referred to as an Adam Kasher? The great Rapam says something deep and profound that I'd like to share with you today. The two, what he calls simanei tahara, the two signs of a kosher animal, which are present in every kosher animal, he explains represents the two dimensions of religious service of a Jew. These two biological traits are symbolic of our conduct, ben adam lemakom, between us and God, and our conduct, ben adam lechavero, between us and our fellow man. The two simanim, the two signs of these animals, the two signs of a kosher animal are ma'ale gera. The first is the chewing of the cud. That occurs inside the body of the animal. It's hidden from the public. It represents the relationship between man and God. It's a relationship that I think exists primarily in the heart and maybe in the mind of the person. It's a relationship which is out of the public eye. It's private, it's internal, it's not external. Mafreset parsa, split hooves, that represents the element of a Jew's life which we call ben adam lechavero, between us and our fellow man. It's a feature of the animal's body that everybody can see. And so too, it's impossible to fulfill your obligations to somebody else in complete privacy. In addition, that mode of one's service of God exists in the public, and it makes it necessary to reveal those acts of goodness that you do to other people as well. People are going to see. Based on this, Rapam says, what is an Adam Kasher? What is a kosher Jew? It refers to someone that has both of these traits. Someone that is balanced in his service of God. It's a person that develops a relationship with the creator of the world, but is ever mindful of the needs of those people around him. And we shouldn't think that this is something that is easily achievable. Some maintain a commitment to their personal relationship with God, but really struggle to demonstrate that same devotion to others on an ongoing basis. Other individuals are constantly aware, constantly compassionate towards people's needs, but they fail to devote time and attention to their own spiritual growth. I think this week, as we begin to study the laws of kashrut, the laws of kosher, and focus on those ideas which make an animal kosher and which make an animal not kosher, we should be reminded and ever behooved to reflect upon our own personal kashrut, our own personal kosher, so to speak, within the realms of what we call ben adam lechavero, man and his fellow man, ben adam lemakom, man and his creator, and ben adam le'atzmo, ultimately between us and ourselves. Wish you all a Shabbat Shalom.